Hey guys, Brooklyn back. Listen, I told you I'm having trouble with my phone. My phone died in the middle of the reading, but I'm going to continue on and let you know where we were. All right, so listen, let me show you something here, whatever you got. Never mind the mess. Don't even mind the mess. We were up to the Nine of Pentacles here. I told you about crying with 2 loaves of bread under your arm. Don't take anybody else's. That was a joke. I'm just saying, don't let everybody know what you have, because that's when everybody, wants some of it. Somebody is calling some kind of judgment. They're making a decision. It could be to either resurrect the situation or taking some kind of accountability for something. Somebody could be having some kind of an awakening. Now, also, this could be a Virgo that's doing that, or you're doing that towards a Virgo. Somebody could be dealing straight up with a Virgo. Somebody who was stuck up in their head. Right now, listen, somebody's reclaiming back their power. Somebody had some kind of mental constriction going on that they were imparting upon themselves. Somebody here felt like their hands were tied or their back was up against the wall. They were in some kind of cage they couldn't get out of. But right now, you're reclaiming back your power, your mental facilities, your control, okay? It is the 8 of Swords in reverse. It's getting empowered. It's freedom from whatever the hell was making you crazy. Spirit's advice is that. Reclaim back your power. I feel like I got to stand up to do this, to watch this damn phone. Okay? Spirit wants you to take back your power over anything that had any control of you that was toxic. Especially a situation where you were stuck in your head making yourself sick. Okay? Because that's a very toxic energy. So, here you go. Hold on a second. Now, the card that you got as the most likely outcome over here is the Sun. The happiest card in the deck. This is the card everybody wants, okay? It's some kind of illumination. It's Leo season. It's Leo energy. This is going to make you so happy. Somebody's got the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. You're going to be happier than you ever been in your life and richer than you ever been in your life. So you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be jealous, I'm telling you. Also, at the bottom of the deck, you had the King of Wands coming out. So, somebody coming... The masculine headed right for the feminine. They're facing each other. Somebody's loins are on fire. Somebody marches to the beat of their own drum. Somebody wants some kind of success, and they're passionate enough to go get it. And you're going to get it because you also have the 6 of Wands here. Success, happiness, gaining some kind of confidence to make progress in your life and being looked at very favorably. Very successful, all right? This is, the hero coming home from war. Somebody's feel like they're riding on the wings of birds over here. So you're going to be so happy. Over here, somebody's going to be a little off balance, so they could have some locks up, but they're about to come down. Now, I did split the deck by accident when I was in my frenzy over here, losing my videos. And you got the Lovers. Gemini energy for a decision that has to be made about a soulmate, okay? Somebody could be doing that here and somebody could have been very indecisive and stuck in their head. Now they're coming out of their head and they're going to make this decision and come in. All right? Over here, we have somebody who has a lot of regret, is seeking some kind of spiritual advice. Somebody's going to get a lot of tarot readings on you to find out what you're doing and what kind of information they can get. They obviously maybe know that you're esoteric, metaphysical, maybe you're a high priestess, whatever you are, or a high priest. So somebody figures that that's the way to go find out from another spiritual guide what. So they're getting too many tarot readings or they're watching too many tarot, whatever they're doing. Over here, I told you. So that's this. It's because they have regret, they want to come in and make some kind of an apology. Over here, I told you, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, a wealthy woman. Wealthy woman, wealthy man, I don't care. Keep your hands over your money. Keep your mouth shut. Don't let people know everything you have because of jealousy, Now, you do have new love coming to a theater near you, okay? And this is the person that's seeking some kind of spiritual advice because they're sorry and they want to come in. Over here, this is what I'm going to tell you. Remember earlier I said, let's make sure we're still filming, Jesus Christ. 10 of Pentacles could be some kind of esoteric, metaphysical, some kind of sentient gifts that you have. It goes way back to your ancestors, right? That's really a 10 of Pentacles. When you discover the gifts that you have. Okay, so somebody has had these gifts since childhood. They may have been aware of them, but they may not have been able to articulate exactly what they were because it was different back then, all right? Let me just get rid of this. All right, hold on. There you go. So, here's this God-given talent that you've had since childhood. And now you're waking up to it. You're becoming aware of it. So this is a gift from God. And this is why you're definitely protected by your ancestors. Where did I have that? There was ancestral protection here. I don't know what I did with it. And somebody's about to rise like a phoenix with that. Okay? So you definitely have the ancestral protection. Where the hell did that card go? All right. Well, whatever. You're going to have to trust me on this. And just be mindful because I told you, everybody's going to be freaking fucking jealous. How could you not be jealous? No matter how bad, maybe you don't want to be. Or at least a little envious of somebody who's sitting in the 10 of Pentacles and a Sun. So just be mindful. Now, over here, let me just make sure we're still filming. Oh, God. You got Uranus. That's Aquarius energy. The 20th might be of significance. You also have Gemini. So there's a lot of air energy. There's a lot of thoughts going around here. 32 or 5. There's a full moon cycle that somebody needs to be aware of approaching, and a new moon. We have Scorpio or Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle is approaching here. Somebody just needs to work through their fears and make a move. Just make the move. Don't be frightened, okay? Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. All right, let me get you some letters, and hopefully we can get the joke and the inspirational quote in. And if we can't, at least you got this part. Somebody likes pho. I love pho. Pho is really delicious. The more hot, the better. So that's a Vietnamese soup for those of you that don't know. Okay. You got, oh, look at all these vowels. You got more, oh my God. 4 A's, 2 O's, 2 I's, an E, 3 E's, and a U. Over here you have VT, PHL. Let me get you some more. More O's and more E's. Any kind of vowel you want, even more. There's some rose quartz coming out of the bag. I don't know if the other part of the video had the healing sound bath and stuff. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix this phone situation. It's crazy. All right. So now we have VTLDRPHFN. Over here you have 3 E's, 3 O's, 4 O's, 4 A's, 2 U's, and 2 I's. All right. Now you know what's... I did that backwards again today. But I'm in a panic with this fucking phone. Here. Guys, there's the ASMR. You know what time it is? It's time for Carpe Diem. So let's seize the day. This quote, inspirational quote, is by Aesop. Aesop's Fables. So, you know, you could go look it up if you like. Okay. The level of our success is limited only by our imagination. And no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. That's right. Imagine big. The biggie, listen, the world, okay, it's infinite. It's infinite, the space around us. You could have anything you want. And there's no limit on it. There's no cap. So dream big, imagine everything, and don't put a limitation on yourself. We always limit ourselves. We're the hardest ones on us. So if you have limitations and you don't believe, you can't do that. So don't limit yourself. And as far as no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted, it's true. And I'm going to tell you again, you never know the burden someone's carrying. One little nice act of kindness could go a long way. Now, I'm not saying let people take advantage of you, obviously. If, in fact, you're kind to somebody and they're rude, then you could come out rude right out of your face, right? Like, you know, an eye for an eye. But always be kind first. It shows who you are. And then you could always go in like, you know, like you have to, right? Always.